Hey ladies and gentlemen, Joe Rogan made a clip addressing the woke controversy that's happening on his Gangsta podcast.
I think there's a lot of people that have a distorted perception of what I do, maybe based on sound bites or based on headlines of articles that are disparaging. The podcast has been accused of spreading dangerous misinformation, specifically about two episodes, a little bit about some other ones, but specifically about two. One with Dr. Peter McCullough and one with Dr. Robert Malone. Dr. Peter McCullough is a cardiologist, and he is the most published physician in his field in history. Dr. Robert Malone owns 9 patents on the creation of mRNA vaccine technology and is at least partially responsible for the creation of the technology that led to mRNA vaccines. Both these people are very highly credentialed, very intelligent, very accomplished people, and they have an opinion that's different from the mainstream narrative. I wanted to hear what their opinion is. I had them on, and because of that, those episodes in particular, those episodes were labeled as being dangerous. They had dangerous misinformation in
Mass
them.
psychosis.
The problem I have with the term misinformation, especially today, is that many of the things that we thought of as misinformation just a short while ago are now accepted as fact.
True.
Like, for instance, 8 months ago, if you said, if you get vaccinated, you can still catch COVID and you can still spread COVID, you would be removed from social media. They would ban you from certain platforms.
Yes, even when they said, hey man, your menstrual cycle might have changed, but then in the future, it seems it does correlate into something, but hey, you're not supposed to say it because it's an anecdotal experience. I hate the idea that an anecdotal experience is not valued while your whole freaking brain is built by anecdotal experience. Or you're telling me that everything you believe is done in a research or something like that. I'm gonna make the same quote so we can continue with this video. The next time somebody gets raped, tell them it's an anecdotal experience.
Platforms. Now, that's accepted as fact. If you said, I don't think cloth masks work, you would be banned from social media. Now, that's openly and repeatedly stated on CNN. If you said, I think it's possible that COVID-19 came from a lab, you'd be banned.
I got a strike on my YouTube channel because of that. They said, if you do it again, it's just your first one. We're gonna forgive you. I'm like, okay, yeah, chill, bro.
From many social media platforms. Now, that's on the cover of Newsweek. All of those theories that at one point in time were banned were openly discussed by those two men that I had on my podcast that have been accused of dangerous misinformation.
What about the fact they said it's only one poke? No. What about there was a guy that got his account suspended because he said there's gonna be boosters. No.
I do not know if they're right. I don't know because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist.
Hey, cool.
I'm just a person who sits down and talks to people and has conversations with them. Do I get things wrong? Absolutely, I get things wrong. But I try to correct them. Whenever I get something wrong, I try to correct it because I'm interested in telling the truth.
Is it that short? So yeah, that's it. So he's interested in telling the truth from his perspective. And if you assume that people cannot bounce an idea to come to a specific conclusion, there comes a point and I'm like, why should they always listen to you when you're not even listening to yourself? You're listening to somebody that says he does some research. Because by the way you're saying it, for example, the things that you use to qualify to solve the issue, I'm like, I don't even agree with it. For example, Bill Lamar made a very good example.
The Biden infrastructure bill has a provision that requires all new cars to install an alert system that goes off when you leave a baby in the back seat, which is something done only by crackheads and people who sadly, yes, do it on purpose. And after every one of us winds up bearing the cost for cars to install this alarm, you know who's going to ignore it? Crackheads and people who do it on purpose.
I think this just points out the main problem that I have with many ideologies. It's like You create something to prevent an issue that I'm not responsible for, but I'm the one bearing the cost for things about people that's not gonna change anyway. They're gonna do everything because they're like, hey, it's only gonna be 5 minutes and they're gonna run in, run out. Of course, you're gonna save a few babies, but if you are constantly working on stuff to save people that are stupid, well, I don't want to say the baby is stupid, but there are many things that has been done for dumb people that don't even belong in my circle, but I still bear the cost. And I have an issue with that. I don't care about other people. Yes, that's what I keep hearing. You don't care about the other people. I'm like, I do care about other people, but the other people knows that I'm supposed to care for them, so that's why they keep doing it. Save the babies. Put a higher cost on the people that kill their baby in such a way. So they are always afraid like, oh my God, I heard the story. Punish them. But no, you want to punish everybody because you want to seem nice to everybody. Nah, man. I don't want that. And I want to listen to an opinion so I can make a mistake. If it's a mistake, if I listen to a podcast and something goes wrong, that's my fault. I don't know why it's so hard. I don't know, man. You guys are always like, I got the best sausage in the world and you bring a banana. I want a sausage. You're like, no, the banana is good. We have to think about the people that are vegetarians. Kiss my ass, bruh.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Turloqueta verdeta welcome. Dem vida mi a tu initiativa.